A prayer of strength and hope in times of struggle. Psalm 74. O God, why have you cast us off forever? Why does your anger flare against the sheep of your pasture? Psalm 74:1. This psalm begins with a cry from a troubled heart. And who has never felt that God was distant? Who has never wondered, does he still hear me? But the truth is, God never abandons his children. He may allow moments of silence to strengthen our faith, but he never leaves us. Today, this prayer is for those who feel the weight of abandonment, for those who carry deep pain and feel there is no way out. The psalmist cries out for the Lord's remembrance of his people. How often do we also need to plead, God, remember me? It is in these moments that we learn that prayer is not just asking for blessings, but pouring out all our pain before God. He is not offended when we open our hearts sincerely. On the contrary, he welcomes every tear and transforms every groan into strength. Today, know this: you are not forgotten. God remembers you by name, and your life is precious to him. Often, just as the people suffered seeing the destruction of the temple, we too see situations that seem like ruins in our lives, shattered dreams, broken relationships, closed doors. But the same God who allowed the temple to be rebuilt is capable of rebuilding your story. No matter how destroyed everything seems, the Lord still specializes in raising from the dust what seemed lost. He can restore your faith, your family, your health, and even your joy. The psalmist describes enemies mocking and raising banners of destruction. How many times have you been mocked? Have you been humiliated, discredited, or treated as if you were nothing? But know that the voices raised against you today are not greater than the voice of God. He is the one who has the final word. Even if everyone says you can't do it, the Lord sustains you and opens paths where there was no hope. The afflicted heart asks, how long, Lord? This is a question you may be asking yourself right now. How long will this pain last? How long will this struggle last? How long will this suffering last? But remember, God is the master of time. He is neither late nor early. Everything happens for the right purpose. Sometimes the process seems long, but it is in the time of waiting that he shapes our faith. Trust. Your how long already has an answer in God's plans. The psalm also teaches us to look back and remember the great works God has already done. When anguish seems unbearable, recall the victories you have already experienced. Remember how God has delivered you in times of danger, how he opened doors when everything seemed closed, how he healed wounds that seemed incurable. The same God who acted in the past will continue to act in the present. God is the one who parted the sea, who crushed the enemy's head, who opened a path for his people. He's the same God who opens a path for you today. The sea may seem too great, but he remains greater. The enemy may seem too strong, but he is the Lord of hosts. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is impossible for our God. This psalm shows us that God sustains creation, governs day and night, and determines the seasons. If he cares for the universe with such zeal, wouldn't he also care for you? You are more important than the sun, the moon, and the stars. You were created in the image and likeness of God. Nothing is beyond his control. Your life is not a matter of chance, but is in the hands of the Creator. When your heart is in anguish, look to the sky. See God's care in every detail of nature. The sunrise, the birdsong, the rain falling on the earth, all are proof that he remains present. If he sustains all creation, he will also sustain your life. Do not be discouraged, for even on cloudy days the sun continues to shine. Likewise, even in moments of darkness, God's presence remains real. The psalm is a request for God to arise and defend the cause of his people. Today, you can make this prayer your own plea. Lord, arise for my cause. When you feel wronged, when attacks come from all sides, remember that you do not have to fight alone. The Lord is your advocate, your faithful defender. He fights for you, opens doors, tears down walls, and delivers justice. Even in the face of silence, the psalmist teaches us to persevere. This means that when God seems silent, we must keep praying, keep believing, and keep hoping. Silence is not abandonment. Silence is often preparation for something greater. God is working silently behind the scenes in your life, organizing things you can't see now, but which will soon become a testament to victory. The Psalm's cry is for restoration, justice, and hope. So is our cry today. And God's answer is clear. He is with us. History may seem unfair, the world may seem cruel, but God remains just and faithful. He does not forget his children. His justice may seem delayed, but in its right time, it manifests itself with power and glory. When we look at Psalm 74, we realize that it is not only a prayer of pain, but also a prayer of hope. It is a reminder that even when all seems lost, we can still lift our eyes to heaven and trust. It is an invitation to believe that life does not end in ruins, because God specializes in bringing new life where there was death and hope where there was despair. Today's invitation is for you to renew your faith. If you are weary, give your burdens to the Lord. If you are wounded, allow him to heal your wounds. If you feel powerless, ask him to be your strength. The same God who sustained the psalmist will sustain you. Don't struggle alone. Don't carry the weight alone. Place everything in the hands of the one who can transform pain into victory. Let us conclude this prayer with confidence. Lord, arise for our cause. Do not allow us to be consumed by pain or injustice. Give us hope. Give us strength, and remind us that we are your people, the sheep of your pasture. Amen. If this prayer spoke to your heart, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with an amen of faith, and share this message with someone who needs hope. May God greatly bless your life.